Hello traders, last week we made a weekly forecast on some currency pairs, and we were able to catch hundreds of pips last week. And this week we are also doing another forecast. For those people who follow up, this channel should be able to make something out of it. So in this video we are going to be doing a weekly forecast on forex pairs as well, so that you should be able to do a top-down analysis and forecast more than 300 to 500 pips just in one single week. All right, so you want to watch this video to the end, because that will that was going to help you not only to be able to cash on pips this week, but in order to learn a strategy in which you can use in any market, both in forex, in indices, and whatever. So you want to stick to the end. Okay traders, welcome to my channel. I am Full Kingsley. By the grace of God, I bring to you guys strategies, tutorials on the forex market, volatility indices, metals like gold, Nasdaq, VIX75, many other instruments. You want to subscribe to your channel by hitting on the subscribe button and notification bell to not miss out. Okay, so now we go to the daily time frame. You look at GPU in the daily time frame. That is where we are going to be starting our analysis from. We want to do a top down. Now if you look at the daily time frame here, we are going to realize that price is currently creating higher highs. So we have swing highs here, which indicates an uptrend in the daily time frame. As you can see, right, we have higher highs, and there's a possibility that price is going to hit higher. And once you open the daily time frame, when you see a swing like this, a long swing like this, just know that in a smaller time frame we have an uptrending market. Like here, when you see the downswing, we have a downtrending market in a smaller time frame. If you see a swing like this in the daily, just know that we have an uptrend, and vice versa. All right, so once you see this zone like that, what you simply do is you mark out our key zones in which we are going to be targeting, right? So we're marking out our key zones where price will probably be heading to in the next few weeks, right? So this is a key zone here that was marked very long time ago, and you see that as price came, price actually turned from it, right? So to get more information, you can go to a 4-hour time frame, right? So this is the analysis we did. This is the swing that we caught last week, right, when price broke out of here, and now we have price actually creating higher highs, right? So currently we have this to be the measure zone, which is like the demand zone, in which price could possibly come back to tap to it, right? So people can be using maybe their toes, trend lines, and all of that to wait for price to sketch them out and wait for price to come back to this zone here. Meanwhile, in smaller time frames, we can be looking for patterns to identifying patterns and actually waiting for breakouts. Okay, now if you look at this very well, you are going to see that we have something here. We have price creating equal lows, equal highs, and price has just broke out from something like a rectangle pattern. So something like a rectangle pattern here. Okay, and from this breakout, there's a possibility that price is going to move the equivalence of the size of this pattern, right? So there's a possibility that price, as market open, price is mostly going to move like this. Okay, the probability, the size of this, so there's a possibility to buy here, right, and then maybe target the zones up here. Okay, that's just a short-term forecast. All right, that's a short-term forecast. And if you want to use our parallel channel tool, we can still identify other zones here. You connect like that. Okay, well, that's what we can connect, and then we are expecting that maybe, like I said earlier, this is a major zone which price could come back and then be making some sense from. All right, and now in a smaller time frame, we can catch this breakout and all of that. So let's look at the euro US dollar. So at the open of the market, you might consider buying GPU. Okay, euro US dollar, actually it formed a pattern after breaking out from a key pattern last week, right? For those people who follow up, this was a very serious trade here that actually led to so many pips. Okay, you can see there, as you can see, this was a breakout of a pattern. And if you look at it from the daily time frame perspective, you are probably going to see we have done a lot of demonstrations in this particular one. All right, so we see from a daily time frame perspective, we have price moving up. Okay, price just switched from a downtrend to an uptrend. Now we have very strong bullish momentum. Okay, so if you drop further to the 4 hours time frame here, okay, now you see we did this analysis. Price was normally supposed to come back and test the zone, but because of the strong bullish momentum, price actually broke out of this zone here, right? Price broke out, and you see we see price moving up strongly. We had a news event last week that really led to, strong bullish pressure. So right here, as we see, if you look at smaller time frame like the H1, you see now that this was probably a chart pattern that got broken, right? This is a chart pattern here that got broken, and this was a very good trading opportunity to buy here, right? Now if you look at it very well, when you always go to bigger time frame, you mark out your zone so that when you're entering your trade, you should be knowing where to exit. Like this, for instance, you look at this high here, right? These are zones where price usually get rejected at. So if you look at the H1, for instance, normally this would have been a good buy, right? A buy here, and then a stop loss below this zone here. They want to target the zones here, so probably price could still come back to retest the pattern and then look for further buys, right? Price will still come back and retest the pattern, okay, and it hit higher, right? That's a short-term entry, right? But we can still look at maybe long-term entry based on measure supply zones or measure demand zone like this, right? Also look at the H4 time frame, and then just try to extend. If you extend, you see now that this is a price channel in which price broke out from. A price channel, right? This is a price channel here, and price could still come back to as well to retest that price channel. So maybe coming back to retest this price channel to go higher, or coming back to retest the demand zone and then go higher, right? So that is it. Then let's look at gold and see what gold is telling us. All right, so we had gold last week. Gold from the daily time frame, we had gold reject from a key zone here, right? And price actually came, fake out, came, retest, went down and went back to test the zone. So there's still a possibility of gold selling again, right? So gold just came back now to mitigate this liquidity grab here. So there's possibility that this was to mitigate this liquidity grab zone, and there's a possibility that gold could still be selling, right? So at the upward, we can see possibly be looking for sales like that. Okay, price could probably be shorting from here, and then we'll be looking maybe at zones, targeting these zones below here. Okay, or maybe we go to further smaller time frames like the H1. Now you see now we have price forming higher highs and higher lows, right? So in the H1 you can see use our patterns like that, our trend lines, and then we wait for price to break out of it and retest. Now another way to enter here is, since price in a smaller time frame is creating higher highs and higher lows, what we do now, we can wait for what we call change of character from here. Okay, the price will come and then change character, start creating lows, and then we wait for retest, and then we'll start shorting. Because if price continue is able to change character, then we can have a very good swing down move here. All right, if this respect, all right, otherwise except price decide to break through up. So we are seeing possible sales here, and I've showed you 3 ways you can wait for breakout. You can directly enter the risky way, you just enter directly, or wait for change of character, you identify this pattern, or wait for breakout, and then you are looking to be shorting, right? So let's look at what pair again. US dollar Swiss franc had a major move last week, which was what we forecasted. And remember, for those people who watched my video should know exactly what happened here. And price has created a low, right? From the daily time frame we did the forecast, and it was a downtrend all along. So we had this move here which led to this down move. And if you look at the H4 time frame, and then you see now that we had a strong swing. After this swing, price consolidated a lot because there was a news event that led to a move that was like 100 and 130 pips just in a very short while. So price had to consolidate here for a while, and probably if we are going to smaller time frame, then we want to be looking for patterns as well. Want to be looking for patterns, waiting for price to come back and pull. And here, okay, so think something like this, right? Then we're looking for sells here, waiting for price to come back at the top of this, and then we are looking for further sells and all of that. All right, so let's also look at maybe US dollar, Japanese yen. Right, just one of the major pairs that are very volatile in the forex market. Okay, so US dollar, Japanese yen, we have the same thing. Okay, we have the same thing. We have price moving. We had a very good forecast. I think that was a week before last, right? We forecasted this breakout from the price channel, and right now price has pulled back to a major zone here, right? So let's see what we have on the daily time frame. Daily time frame, it shows price just created double tops and pulling back here. So here we don't yet know if the trend is going to change, maybe to a downtrend from this moment, right? But so far, from the H4 time frame, we already see price just moving or creating a low, creating high, creating low, a break of structure, which could still mean there could be a possibility of a change or a shift in trend. And then with further confirmations, we are going to be entering. So you want to join our Telegram channel so that we should bring further, we will bring further confirmations for the analysis within the week. Then you get updated, right? So you can also wait for patterns here, wait for breakouts, and then you are trying to catch breakouts and all of that. So that is it, guys. That is it. I hope you found the video helpful. Please, if you found it helpful, let me get a like. Just click on the likes button. Make sure you subscribe by hitting on the subscribe button and notification bell, so that anytime I post a new video, you'll be the first to get a notification. See you in the next video.